I've noticed that you have a technical team, but I didn't see any business part of the team.
Business part of the team, it's me.
So you are in charge of the business.
I'm taking care of it in the beginning.
And what about the initial testing of the platform? How many users?
We launched Kolikoo version 1, it was February 2012, as an idea of just short texting. If you are going, for example, to Mercator, let's say, you saw good price of one item, you just can say, I found this item with this price. So this was the idea. At the time we've got 1,000 visits, 1,000 registered users, we still have them. Most of them actually are small, medium business, and mainly home businesses. And we still have them in the database for now. Yeah, question.
You mentioned that there is no
yeah. In the e-marketplaces you don't have by now.
Why?
I have no idea why. I want to ask them this question, why exactly you don't have a buy now button? Because I was, just a second please, because I was actually, when I used to be manager for Earlybird, I wanted to open a new market channel for me, so I opened a store in one of these e-marketplaces. And I found out that I'm not selling actually anything. And most of the messages coming to me, can we change your Samsung Galaxy S3 with my car? With my Golf 2 car, something like that. There's no actual selling. So I want to ask them, guys, why don't you provide us with buy now button? So it would be easier for me. But I mean, at the time now, I understand how it works.
Okay, if I were you, I would test that assumption and I would try to understand why there is no buy button. And regarding the business model, my understanding is that this is a subscription business in which you charge a monthly fee, flat fee.
Yeah.
I would advise you to think about where the company can grow based on this business model. How big the company can grow based on this business model. Because this seems to be limiting and not provide you with access to growth of the market. Growth of the market in terms of volume will not translate necessarily into growth of revenues for your business.
You're talking about my business or the business of
your business?
All right. We thought about in the beginning about taking percentage from transactions, but it's really financially hassle. It will go into hassle with inspections and so on.
Any business is a hassle.
I know, yeah, I know this. But in the end, we calculated the profit in the end of the day will not bring us that much money that we are expecting in terms of the hassle that we're gonna get out of it. So the easiest thing is for you to take actually subscription fees. So you're not handling what is going on with the seller, how much he sold. You really don't know. What you're doing is just trying to bring him a lot of visits so he can have high conversion on this.
Yes, but if you do that, you limit your own revenue and you list it gross revenues. Your net revenue is actually half of that because you spend half of the money on marketing.
According to my calculation, I think it's fair enough.
So how do you build a business out of that? Because 1 million in revenue after 3 years is not a business.
This is only
it's not a business for which you can fundraise.
Well, this is only for Bosnia now, and what I'm thinking about is actually too many options in terms of expanding to other countries. For me, there's two models into going to other markets. There's the first one, which is actually to open a regional office in Istanbul. But cost-wise, this is not so cost-effective. So I mean, it will spend a lot of money in salaries and so on. So we are thinking actually about the other option, which is agency. Somebody can take your name, sell on your behalf, get a percentage.
But still, the revenues that you are generating, the net revenues, are not enough to build a sizable business for which you can fundraise. Maybe
we can think about it. Maybe we can think about it in one point. But we're trying to say, okay, let's go to the market. Let's check. That's what we are already launching now in 20 May. And I'm very excited because in the last December, I visited in Sarajevo only 63 companies. And 30% of them, they are willing to join us in the Q1, which is the first and second months, actually. And 40% are saying, okay, let's wait until we see how you're working, how it's functioning, so we can join. And the third, they rejected for some reasons. So this is the traction we got so far. And again, last week I went for 4 days to go for these 30%. And today, I just 10 minutes ago, I just got SMS that the first payment was done. So I'm very excited about this. It's going to do some good job. But for this, actually, we can consider thinking later about the revenue stream.
I have two very brief questions. First of all, is there a legal or regulatory obstacle to develop e-commerce in Bosnia and Herzegovina? Yes or no?
There is no specific line in the law saying anything about the e-commerce.
So if it's not prohibited, then it's allowed?
Yeah, it's not
regulated.
Yeah.
Perfect. And second question, maybe I missed something. How much money are you seeking to fundraise in the first cycle?
Well, this is a bad question. But what we thought about is 100,000 euro.
How much ownership stake are you prepared to surrender?
To give for
Yeah.
this. I mean, it's questionable, really. I mean, this is based on
What's the valuation on the first round that you
I mean, I'm thinking actually about to give 10% for this. I mean, let's be honest, I'm thinking about this, but we're thinking about it. We're trying to get some advisors in terms of investment so they can help us out in terms of valuation and so on. This is what we miss, is some advisor we're looking for currently. Talk to a couple of them in Europe. And we're trying to have one in Czech Republic who can really help us in terms of advising, and in terms of help us out in the business model itself, and help us out also in terms of finding the right investor who will not just give money, who will just give us some connections, some help. This is what we're seeking for. This is what we're missing somehow. I mean, we're very good in our business, but when it comes to connections and investment and so on, this is the first time I'm pitching in front of anybody.
Yeah, but I think you did a great job. So everybody, please join in congratulating.